Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching this video from. Thank you for watching. Thank you. I want you to share, subscribe, and like. The topic for today is how you treat your spouse. You know, sometimes when we have issues with our spouse, our husbands, or our wife, we seems to blackmail them, spoil them, say a lot of things about them that is not true, just because we are angry. But that is not good enough. It's not good for us, especially if you have children for the partner. If you're a man, the woman has children for you, or if you're a woman, you have children for the man. It is not good for you to spoil the man before your children, not even before your family. Because, you know, whatever you say or do is a thing that sometimes you sit down, you start to say, if I had known better, I wouldn't have done that. Because sometimes in life, we seem to do things out of anger. You get married to a woman, you love this woman very much. Then when you have issue with the woman, you start to bring her past. Maybe she was used to be a hustling girl. Maybe she used to work in a club. Maybe used to be a dancer. She used to be a very I don't know how to put it, but she was not that woman that every other man would want. But you decided to take her as your wife. You decided to take that man as your husband, despite knowing his background or knowing his or her past. So why now you are now married to this person, you seem to come out in a different form, that every time you have issues with this person, you start judging her with her past, you start bringing this table in and out. You go about when you are in your friend's circle, you talk about, sometimes you were not yet married, you talk about your girlfriend, your fiancé in front of your friends, tell them how he used to do this and he used to do that. But one day she becomes your wife. But forgetting that you have already destroyed her before your friends, and you are expecting your friends to respect her. It is going to be very difficult because you lay your bed the way you're going to lie on it. As long as you damage your wife or your husband before your friends, before people around you, or even before your children, you will wait for it because it's going to come back to you. Because respect is give and take. If you tell people that your wife is a prostitute, your wife is disrespectful, your wife is useless, your husband is useless, he's a cheater, he's a abuser, whatever name you call him, before your friends, before your children, before your environment, at the time you are now much in love, when things are now better, you cannot erase those things out of their mind. You cannot erase those things you have said about your spouse out of the people you have said it to, because words are like egg. Once they fall down, they break, you can't pack them back together. So please, for God's sake, what is the essence of you getting angry and begin to spit out things? Sometimes even things that the woman or the man is not even doing. You just, because you are angry, you just want people to support you. You just paint that woman or that man black. You just say things that you know it is not right. You will just formulate lies and put on the person some allegation that he or she cannot deny, just because you are angry. But do not forget that you have children for this man, or you have children for this woman, because everything you do, it comes back to you. Because I see some couples sometimes, when they were dating, they said a lot of things about their wife. Now they are married. Their marriage is so peaceful, but the people they have damaged their wife to are not using those words against their wife. And at the same time, sometimes you live a very wrecked life. You live life, I don't care. Whatever I want to do, I do it, and nothing can happen. But now that you are not settling down, you are not married, it will come back. Let's always try to live. Nobody is perfect. We are not perfect. Nobody can say, I have no sin. Nobody can say, I do not have past. Why judging someone with his or her past? Everybody learn. Everybody grow. If I have done things in the past, I might not like them. I might regret that I did those things. But you that kept those things and say, this is this person and this person has grown past this stage. This is what you have to learn, that this person have grown past this stage. Because in life, everybody grow from stage to stage. We grow from stage to stage because sometimes you would think, it doesn't really matter. It matters. Everything you do, you are keeping them for your children. Everything you have said or you have done, people are keeping them for your children. They are coming back to use it against your children. They are coming back to present it, especially now that we are in this world of digital, that everything is being recorded, that everything is being saved on the internet, is saved anywhere. We have to be very careful the words we use on our spouse. We have to be careful the words we use in presence of our children. Do not insult your wife in presence of your children, because they are going to grow up to do the same. Do not say bad things against your husband in presence of your children. Let your problem be your problem and your husband's problem. Take your children out of any conflict that you are passing through, because we are not making the society better by doing that. We are making it worse than we think it is now. Because at the time you are insulting your wife in presence of your children, they will get married and do the same. At the time you go about bring your wife down, and at the time you bring your husband down in presence of people, no matter what your wife has done, as a man, defend her. Your head is being supported by your neck. Your wife must have offended you because she didn't know better. But be mature enough to reason. Be mature enough to think, if I react this way, everybody can react sometime wrongly. But let us learn to say, I am sorry. Let us learn to make it better, because at the time we are always judging. At the time we are always condemning. We are always the judge. We are very good at judging. We are always the one to say this is how it should be. But you are not sitting on that person's shoes. And you wouldn't know how that person is feeling at that particular moment. If your wife does something to you and you are hurting, or your husband does something to you and you're hurting, please do not react immediately. I beg you, in the name of God, do not react immediately, because you will make a lot of mistake. I am not better, but I'm learning, because I see things happen to people. I am learning through the process, and everything we have to do is learn. Because at the time you are always going to be the one to bring your dirty linen outside, your children will suffer from this. Those days, we didn't have cameras to record the fight that used to happen between neighbors, face me and face you rooms and all that. You will see husband beating his wife, pouring water, they will fight, they will pour in the gutter and all that. But in the world we are living now, there's camera everywhere. You might think nobody is seeing you. Your children are your camera. They record it in their head. The things you say about your wife does something to you, you quarrel at home, you take it to your office, you take it to your company. Maybe somebody just asks you about your wife, the next thing you will just flip up. Don't mind that useless woman. She have no respect. She is this, she's that. The person you are talking to, do you know what he or she is passing to in his own home? But they don't come to tell you. They don't come to tell you that. But if you are not wise enough, you will be the one to always bring out your family issue to the public. What I'm trying to say in this aspect is that if you do not love your wife enough because of her past, don't marry her. If you think the woman cannot respect you, don't marry her. If you think the man does not respect you, please don't marry. It is not by force to marry. There are many women out there. They want to get married. They want to settle down. But their problem is this. They want to live extravagant life. They want to sew their wedding gown. They want to buy a wedding gown of 1 million naira. The man that loves you don't have that money. Because he does not have that money to marry you. Your eyes is outside. You are still thinking, I would have had the best. That is not life. What about after marriage? That is life. After marriage, that is life. Whatever you're doing now is just the shadow. The shadow. That is when you see water. The upper of the water, sometimes you look at it and you're just seeing the down. It's so clean. You think, this water is not deep. Let me enter. Sometimes you enter, you will drown. Be careful. Do not let the way other people treat their home, the way, when I went to my friend, I saw the way he was talking to his wife. The wife was very calm. He did not respond. So when you get home, you want to do the same to your wife. Every woman is not the same. You cannot treat me the way my husband is treating me. If you treat another woman the way my husband treats me, she might not like it. So do not use another person's marriage to judge your wife. I went out today. I saw when my friend was talking to his wife. She was just putting her head down. She was just listening. She didn't say what. That is that woman. She's not your wife. The same thing you see when a woman goes to her friend's place. You saw the husband lavishing a gift on her, doing everything. Please, for God's sake. Probably if your husband had enough, he would have done that. Maybe he's having plans for you and the children for future. He don't want to start spending that money on you now by buying you clothes or doing shopping, Have patience. Plan together, build a home together. But whenever issues come up, don't run to Facebook. Don't run to Instagram. Don't start to bring your dirty clothes outside. If you want to divorce, you want to end your marriage because sometimes it might not work out. It is not do or die affair. Sometimes if the marriage does not work out, please do it in peace. Without putting your children into this tight corner. Without trying to put things out there that your children will grow up to come and meet. Even your great-grandchildren will still meet it there. They said, do you want to know about your mother? Just put this name and you will see everything about her character. You will see everything she said about your father. The wife they are going to get married to. Tomorrow your children might they want to aspire to become a president of any country in Europe. They want to become president of Africa. They want to become ministers because of your attitude. You give birth to children and yet you come out and talk about your husband anyhow. You come out and talk about your wife anyhow. These things are saved there inside in the computer somewhere. Whenever they need it, it pop up. Look at last time when Will Smith slapped the other guy. But just because he was mocking the wife.